afternoon, I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Welcome to Camnet TV Midday News. The headlines. Long queues characterize filling station in NDOLA. Former Community Development Minister EMERINE KABANSHI found with a case to answer in the misappropriation of social cash transfer funds. Details coming through after this commercial.
2021 is finally here. Zambia is at the crossroads heading towards general elections this August. In the world where fake news, biased reporting on national issues has become the order of the day, in a world where social media in most cases spills lies and exaggerated information, insightful coverage, Zambia needs one media. Living in a country where people are slowly promoting tribalism, hatred, bitterness and revenge, political temperature is heating up and people's hearts are perplexed. Zambia needs one media. Zambia being a Christian nation living under the lordship of Jesus Christ, the nation cannot afford a compromised gospel. Zambia needs a prophetic media house. For hope, peace and unity, Zambia needs Camnet television for non-biased, factual reporting, balanced opinion, accurate news coverage. Zambia needs Camnet television for national projects and development of our beloved country Zambia. Watch Camnet TV on channel 274 DSTV, channel 98 on Go TV and channel 106 on Topstar. Remember, Camnet TV is not just another channel.
In other media news in detail, Oil Marketing Companies Association of Zambia President Kafula Mwanga has expressed disappointment with some major oil suppliers whom he has accused of causing the current fuel shortage being experienced in the country. Speaking to Camnet News Wednesday morning, Mr. Mwanga says the major oil dealers have been pressing government to increase the commodity, disregarding the favorable environment that has already been created for oil dealers. He has since called on government to take punitive measures against oil marketing companies that are trying to twist government into doing what they want at the expense of the ordinary Zambians.
For the past 3 to 4 weeks, the country has been experiencing fuel shortages, with Lusaka crying out loud, followed by Copperbelt, Eastern, and just today, Southern Province to be specific, Mazaboka District. Numerous queries have been made to government through the Energy Minister Matthew Nkua, who until yesterday attributed this shortage, which he described as temporal, to oil marketing companies who have been pressuring governments to increase the palm price, in the process delay in the distribution of the commodity. To avoid this, a government effected a waiver to oil marketing companies to import finished petroleum products for a period of 6 months from January to June 2021.
Prices of petroleum products, my ministry, in consultation with several stakeholders, including the Minister of Finance, came up with a proposal to align various cost elements in petroleum price build-up that were affected by the changes in both local and international economic fundamentals. This entails zero rating of the value-added tax on petrol and diesel. Additionally, excise duty has been removed on diesel, while the petrol excise duty has been reduced from 2/4 ngwe to 64 ngwe per litre.
The minister's claims have been cemented by the Oil Marketing Companies Association of Zambia, OMCA's president Kafula Mwanga, who claims that people are not supporting government's effort in enhancing the operations of the oil marketing companies.
It is very clear that in the recent past, this market has been dominated by multinationals who have not given adequate support to the indigenous OMCs via a local empowerment plan that government has instructed to do. We hope that the bigger OMCs or the multinationals will effect the local empowerment plan. I should state clearly that this should not be driven by a selfish motive that does not recognize equal participation of the OMCs or the indigenous OMCs. You realize that we have about 75 all OMCs registered in this country.
Meanwhile, Mr. Mubanga says government should punish all oil marketing companies that are seemingly sabotaging government's effort and putting the lives of the consumers in awkward positions.
They commit to government on those allotments. If they fail to commit, to deliver, government can take a stance in giving them maybe punitive measures that will force them, maybe freezing their license for that particular quota, so that they learn a lesson, because basically this habit will become habitual for them to be able to derail government and twist government process. But at the end of the day, it affects the common Zambian. So the model in which this product is traded, we need to make sure that government puts up a correct model that makes the OMCs commit to delivering the input.
Sharon Kalimbola, Camnet News, Lusaka.
In other news, former Community Development Minister EMERINE KABANSHI has been found with a case to answer in a matter she is accused of willful failure to comply with the law and applicable procedure or guidance relating to administration of the Social Cash Transfer Program. Lusaka Chief Resident Magistrate Lamek Mwale has since put Ms. KABANSHI on her defense and is expected to call 4 witnesses. The former minister is alleged to have between 21st August 2017 and April 26, 2018, while she was a cabinet minister in charge of the administration and management at the Ministry of Community Development and Social Services, failed to comply with the law by extending the scope of coverage of contracts between ZAMPOs to include 3 provinces and 2 districts under Social Cash Transfer Program.
She has been appearing before court since 2019 to answer to corruption charges allegations leveled against her. Now, the former Community Development Minister EMERINE KABANSHI has been placed on a defense after the court found her with a case to answer this morning. The embattled former minister and currently an area member of parliament is accused of willful failing to follow procedure when she re-engaged Zambia Postal Service Corporation (ZAMPOS) as payment service provider under contract number MCDSS/10/2017 for Social Cash Transfer Program following the termination of the said contract. Delivering ruling Wednesday morning, 20th January 2021, Lusaka Chief Resident Magistrate Lamek Mwale ruled that the prosecution team had provided sufficient evidence to warrant the accused to be put on a defense. The court considered evidence provided as well as the detailed submissions by the defense and ruled that a prima facie has been established against her in both count 1 and 2. In this case, the accused is alleged to have between 21st August 2017 and April 26, 2018, while she was a cabinet minister concerned in the administration and management at the Ministry of Community Development and Social Services, failed to comply with the law by extending the scope of coverage of contract between ZAMPOS to include 3 provinces and 2 districts under Social Cash Transfer Program. She first came into the spotlight of government's corruption wings after an audit in August 2018 revealed that ZAMPOS diverted funds meant for the donor-funded Social Cash Transfer Program. By September 2018, President Edgar Lungu fired her after a cleanup in the Social Cash Transfer scandal, which forced some donors to suspend aid to Zambia. Earlier, after a ruling was delivered, her defense counsel, Jonas Zimba, informed court that the accused was going to give in sworn evidence in her defense and she was going to call 4 witnesses to testify in her favor. However, they informed the court that they were not ready to proceed today with their defense and needed more time. The accused is expected to commence her defense on the 10th of March 2021. Miriam Kaimba, reporting for Camnet TV News.
Citizens have been urged to take interest in the waste recycling industry for available income-generating activities through the collection of plastic bottles. A Lusaka resident, Esther Mwanza, who is an aggregator under the MISAPPROPRIATIon Recycling Initiative, has challenged young people to see the value of waste and stop complaining about lack of employment in the country. She notes that waste collection does not need one to have a capital, thus the need to venture in it so that they can raise resources to meet their basic needs. The MISAPPROPRIATIon Recycling Initiative, implemented by Zambian breweries with support from the Lusaka City Council among other partners, have recruited more than 800 collectors with over 12,000 tons of recyclable waste materials being collected from various communities in Lusaka.
Zambia's manufacturing sector has continued to grow, but it is not without consequences, and one of them is the increase in the quantity of plastic for packaging. Recycling is one element of the 3 R's: reduce, recycle, reuse, that continues to contribute to resource utilization in the plastic industry. And in recent years, waste recycling has made a positive impact on society, not only in waste management, but supporting people's livelihoods. Notably, some people are just shy to pick up bottles, but that is equivalent to failing to pick up money from the ground. While several young people remain unemployed and continue to sing the song of lack of employment and harass innocent people at bus stations, others are taking advantage of waste to earn a decent living.
Tikawauza so vamatiseka pa mwene tibasenzera koma sitima gona na njala tikadoba ko nikaona kamena matipasa pe wiki tawengisa bakwera matipasa kwa ngono tindo gula fakuti ya vabana pena kutugula mabuku ya bana ya skulu pena tima tandizako okay munjira zambi nazi pombo watu pena ngowena ngo vapeza ko tupapistwe na vyo kwa nilisa tima konsa nditu kusamalira pa nyumba azimai tima tandizira azimai tieni kuli ndrama kupambana kuti amuna vanhu vabwere kumazulu mulipekena ka coin kali konse kakanimene kajaka 5 katika 50 katika mene vatipasa muzagula mwe salad sort azimai peza stinga ese vameka mai wanga vameka but setima tandizika mwamene uko.
Meanwhile, Esther Mwanza, who works as an aggregator at the garden site, tells this journalist that this kind of business does not need one to have a capital to start. She explains that waste recycling has enabled her to achieve her personal life goals.
Manezi na kamba sisi na capital tunaweza kile drama voya kuandile business but ngau uyamba shikita kole then kangana drama ukenini start business and ngawa bolo ka business ya continue because we should continue to go about bottles then ukatira hapo inda so our managing direction ma community ya kamba community wena ngoni so kama singa dobe maboto but no ado batabu kino kuba pa wangu kwa basi I think ngana ndama ikushia na mtana kuinga anaenda
Ezekiel Sekele is Zambian Breweries Corporate Affairs Manager.
When you move around town, you'll be seeing cleanliness. We want to contribute to the growth of keep Zambia clean, green, and healthy. And this is one of the things that MISAPPROPRIATIon initiative is doing.
Citizens Environmental and Social Concern Executive Director Conwell Hagapia says cleaning the environment must be made compulsory among industry players.
When you look at the wage itself, extended producer responsibility, from a layman's point of view, it's simple. The producer should be responsible of their products from production through to disposal or recycling. So now, that document itself does not compel the producers to be responsible. So now it encourages them to be responsible. So now they are not being encouraged. So now we need a law that is supposed to compel them to be responsible. They need to be made accountable for their products.
Clearly, more stakeholders need to join the Extended Producer Responsibility Project to steer recycling and promote a circular economy for job creation and sustainable environmental management. Patrick Soko, Camnet News in Lusaka.
Well, that news item brings us to the end of Camnet TV Midday News, but before we go, the headline once again. Long queues characterize filling stations in NDOLA. Former Community Development Minister EMERINE KABANSHI found with a case to answer in the misappropriation of social cash transfer funds. Well, that is all. Thank you for joining me. I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Remember, COVID is real. Mask up, avoid crowded places, wash your hands for at least 20 seconds or use alcohol-based hand sanitizer, avoid crowded places, and always remember to keep 1 meter long distance. Thank you for joining me. Good afternoon.